Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of A.T.O.M RPG. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today as we finish off, where are we? There we go. Finish off the mutants. They're all mutants. I know they look like normal people, but their portraits don't. And there's a lot of shooting going on. I have the volume at the right place, yes. And there was a lot of shooting last episode as well. Unfortunately, we can't leave combat. And the reason why we can't leave combat is because there's still a lot of people all over the place. Sorry, I said people. They're not people. They're mutants. They deserve to die a lot. Because there's reasons for that. Don't ask me. It's complicated. But the most important reason is at the end. That was not the end. That is the end. The most important reason is what you're about to see, I think. The commander walks over to you tirely. It's all over. We did it. And the statue of the great General Secretary is saved. You did good. The man smacks you on the shoulder. Please don't. Oh, thank you. And now get back to the commissar. I'm sure he will thank you for your work. Yeah, I got that before. The statue is gone? The statue is gone. The doggo. The doggo? How did you have more health than you had before? I'm not sure where Doggo is, but Doggo is gonna be all right. He's gonna be all right. We know he's gonna be all right. There's no need for to be upset or scared. It's all fine. We're just gonna get a lot of this stuff that these guys had. Now we got in here. Let me see if I can find my way around. Is this where we got in from? This doesn't look like an entrance. This was an entrance? Oh no. Maybe we could have sneaked in and we murdered all these people for nothing. I doubt that we could have sneaked in. The entrance was pretty scripted. The game sort of faded to black. Now where... Oh, there's Doggo. There's Doggo. I can't say his name. That's weird. Yeah. So why are we here? Why did we do this? Why did we murder all these people? Well, for their loot, for one. For the experience, for other. Didn't get that much, actually, but... It's fine. It's okay. So I don't need that. Do I need any of these? So I'll give that to Fidel, and he can carry the heavy stuff, because Fidel doesn't actually carry all that much, so we're good. Batteries. Some good things, all things considered. DIY helmet. That is really bad. Zip rounds. There we go. I want to show you. Oh, nice. I want to show you the good things that the good thing that we're gonna find in here. It's pretty good. Leather breastplate, sure. Okay. There's a person up there. Okay, I just wanted to make sure, at least the beginning. There's a lot that we're gonna need to loot. Brass knuckles. I bet that's expensive. Now, why did we come over here? Oh, come on, Colonel, stop it. Stop it, stop it. But there's things over there. What is that thing? No, I don't need scrap metal. What is this thing? Can you click it? No, these are explosives. That's interesting. Okay, I really don't need scrap metal. You can leave it. Let's do this. Let's go to where we need to be. Ah, there it is. There it is. I don't know what model of car this is. I said it might have been a Saab Aeromax. Oh, I go through it. I go through the car. Okay. But the car exists. And there's things that are on fire in here. And they murdered them. They did a good murder. We have a lot of ammo and things in here. Steel breastplate. A rusty AK. Don't know. Is that your ammo? That is your ammo. Good. So let's get all these. I don't need that. Okay. Is that the only person in here? Is that the only thing in here? It is. It is. Let's save before we activate it. Before you stands a rather rusty and grimy, but still intact car. Weird looks and ugly gray paint hide one of the best creations of the Soviet automobile industry. The Gaz M20 Pobeda. Lack of space in the garage doesn't let you see more. So first thing you'll need to do is getting the car out for a closer inspection. Let's try to roll the car outside then. After rolling the car outside, you decide to rest for a while, looking at the Pobeda. It looks like someone worked on it for quite a while. Did they plan to turn it into a sports car? No, they did not. They did not. You carefully inspect the Bobada. One of the tires is flat. There's no key in the ignition. That shouldn't be a problem. And the tank is empty as well, which is going to be a problem, though. It's not as bad as you thought, but still you will have to work to get this car started. Okay, let's fix the wheel, then. You sit down near the flat tire and you inspect it, trying to understand if there is Trying to understand if there is some mechanical trouble in there. It's a flat tire, so there could be, or it's just out of pressure. That's a good thing. I can poke the tire with my fingers, hoping to find a puncture. You close your eyes, start poking the tire with your finger, but it doesn't. It does nothing, and I take 1 damage. Let's touch the wheel. You inspect the wheel, looking for trouble, but you can't spot anything wrong with it. You can try again. As you inspect the wheel, you notice the valve stem falls out of the tire. After remembering the course you took in serving pre-war automobiles, you easily insert the valve stem back into the tire and fixate it inside. That's not what. That's the different. That doesn't fix it inside. I suppose. Take a look at the car to find out the problems. You inspect the Bobada, looking into all manner of holes and checking out everything that might seem even a bit faulty. It turns out the situation isn't as bad as you thought. The wheel is fixed, and you only need an ignition key and some gasoline. Again, we don't need the ignition key. Let's search inside the car. You get inside the car. If the key is there, it must be either in the glove compartment, on the floor, or on the central panel. Because if it were in the anywhere else, it would have vaporized. That's how keys work. I'm gonna check the glove box. After digging around in the glove compartment, also known as the glove box, you take out some sheets of waste paper that once were instructions on car usage. Then it's not waste paper. On a bar of soap and a condom. That's what we got. The previous owner must have been quite the mad lad. No, it must not. Let's search the central panel. After searching through the central panel, you find a makeshift ashtray with... Why? Did this car not have an ashtray? I bet it didn't have an ashtray. Is this one of those cars that doesn't have anything? I mean, I don't know how old it is. My grandpa's car doesn't have anything. My grandpa's car is so barren that the indicators don't automatically disengage when you indicate. It doesn't have a glove box. So, see, we're way past this. It doesn't have a clock. It doesn't have a rev meter, but the rev meters, they're not very common. But not having a clock is a bit of a problem. It doesn't have a rear view mirror dimmer, which is also sort of a problem. But the problem is, it does fancy luxury. It has the sun visors on both sides, luxurious. But those sun visors don't have mirrors. And in fact, as mirrors go, the car only has two, which is the left side, because it's a left-hand drive car. It's the left side, and then the central. It doesn't have on the right side. It doesn't have a rear windscreen. Oh, no, it's not a windscreen. What's it called? Rear view window wiper. It doesn't have that. It doesn't have an intermittent front windscreen wiper. Like, crappy cars don't let you select the speed of the intermittent windscreen wiper. My grandfather's car doesn't have the intermittent. It just has the normal speed or the fast speed, which is good. Luxury. It has the fast speed. That's definitely. It's just such a barren car. It doesn't have door panels. I mean, it has door panels. It just doesn't have the door pockets. That's the word. Door pockets. It's like it doesn't. Oh, it's just incredible, that car. And it's not like an old beautiful thing. Like, well, it's actually an old beautiful car, but it's a French car. It's a Peugeot 309, the old one, because I think there's a new 309 out, but that one probably has all the things that I just said. I'm gonna look at the floor, and check the space under the seats. You try all your best to find the key, but it's nowhere to be seen. Maybe you should focus more. Yes, maybe you should just do. Game. Come on. After searching through the car, inner searchers lift up the little rug planted under the passenger seat. You find the key there. Thank you. Now you need to place it in the ignition. Do I need to? You take a quick look at the Bobada. You got... Oh, right. I need to look for gas in the trunk. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. I also found a joint, which is nice. It's the first one. No, it's not the first one I see. After opening the trunk, you whistle with surprise. There's a lot of clutter back there, but then you notice a hidden compartment. Look for gas. Did I get a joint just then? Maybe. The fuel is here. You can sense it, also known as smell it. Maybe you should look a bit more? Yes. After wasting some time... You're not going to waste my time. After wasting... No. There it is. It seems nobody even cleaned the mess inside the trunk. We healed, so it's great. You spent an hour before finally noticing a secret compartment. No wasted time. Because it's a YouTube video, I don't want to waste your time. After opening the lid easily, there's no more trash on it, after all. You find some rags, 3 glass bottles, and a canister of gasoline. There's also 10 liters of the stuff. That's a big canister. And now that's a kit worthy of an arsonist. Why? Why? Oh, I know why. This car was an arsonist's car. Maybe it's a reference. Maybe somebody had the KZM... What's the brand of the car? The gas M20. And was a famous arsonist. I don't know. I'm going to pour the gas into the car. Terminology there is a little bit vague, but I'm going to do the right thing. That's what he said. Oh, you make a wrong step and fall over the pile of garbage you dug out of the trunk. The gasoline pours into the ground. Now you need to gather more yourself. Really? Sure, whatever. I'm going to take a look at the car to find problems. After inspecting the car, you quickly spot that all the repairs are finally complete. Even though you did not find enough gasoline, what you have now is pretty much enough for a ride. The only thing left is to sit behind the wheel, start the engine, and move out towards new adventures. I don't want to... Start the engine. You press on the pedal. Okay. You shouldn't do that on an old car because it's going to flog the radiator. Not the radiator, the carburetor. You turn the key in the ignition. You hear the starter start humming, but nothing happens. Apart from the humming of the starter, which is something. Okay. What did I do just now? I can try again, yes. Some say second time is the charm, but even your next effort does not bear fruit. The car won't start. Pop the hood. I shouldn't try again. Well, I don't know if this is realistic or not. You shouldn't do that because you can't flog the everything. These old cars don't have like protection things. It's not that hard, not that easy to make the engine flogged. It's not flogged, swamped. Swamp the engine. Is it what it is? Anyway, it's not. It's mostly to do with the accelerator. If you press, it's complicated. Anyway, as you pop the hood, sparks shoot at your face from somewhere. It seems it. Please include it. Come on. It's not that it's wrong. You can say seems like the that's a thing, but it's just so consistent that it just makes me think that the writer didn't know that you can include. Anyway, it seems like the accelerator has seen better times. That could also be a thing. Could it be a thing? So the way the accelerator works... No, he couldn't. Nah. The way the accelerator works, at least in more or less modern cars that are not as old as these ones, but not like new stuff, like 2000s and newer. Cheap cars will be like that, like what I'm about to describe. The way the accelerators work is they're connected. The pedal itself is connected with a wire to the injector pump, or to the ECU, depends on the cars and all that. But anyway, they are connected to a little bit of a lever. So if you open the hood, you can actually accelerate using that little lever in the injector pump. Because this doesn't have an injector pump. No, actually, it wouldn't have to have something. Because it's a carburetor for sure, because that I'm talking about injectors. So carburetor is a little bit different. But it's still the same principle. You can still do that. But anyway, still, you could accelerate if you had a friend, which we don't, obviously, because it's only oxygen in Lenin. And Doggo. Doggo is our friend. But anyway, yeah, so you could have somebody turn the ignition inside while you use the under the hood accelerator. It's not that hard to find, but if the accelerator in the car is not connected, if the cable is broken, which it might be or might have been disconnected for repairs and all that sort of stuff. If it's broken, it's kind of hard. Otherwise, you just press the accelerator and it will move in the hood, and it's easy to spot. The problem is if that cable is not connected, the accelerator pedal will be flat on the floor, I think. It probably depends on the car, though. But on all the cars that I've seen that worked on, including my car, if that cable breaks, it's like the clutch it breaks, the accelerator falls to the floor. And it's just like that. And it's sort of weird because it's like fully depressed. And anyway. So, pop the hood, sparks murdered me. Take a good look at the accelerator. Attention to detail really is your strong suit. No, it is not. You quickly well, it's perception. Anyway, you quickly notice which wires are at fault. In the accelerator, this is a fantastic car. Fixing them will save the car! Exclamation mark. Let's change the wires. Whatever. Why the two options? After 10 minutes, you're finally done. The wires are exchanged, and the accelerator is working like it's supposed to. So this might be just a electronic acceleration, which is not completely out of the question, especially if it's an automatic. That said, this thing over here doesn't make me think it's an automatic. I would think that's the gear lever. And I've never driven a car with gear levers like this. I've been in cars with gear levers like this. It's not that dissimilar to the gear lever on the floor, but the reason they make it like this is to simplify the assembly line. Instead of having two things that connect to the engine, you only have the one. It's a lot easier because there's like a rod. There's the steering column itself. Well, this is the whole steering column. There's the steering rod itself, and then there's a little thing that is going to connect to the gearbox at the front. That's considering the gearbox is at the front. This car could be rear-wheel drive. I don't know, but even if it is rear-wheel drive, it still could have a gearbox at the front. And in fact, I'm pretty sure a lot of rear-wheel drive cars do have gearbox at the front. Because then you'd have the distributor, not distributor, what's it called? The thing that, you know, there's the gearbox up in there that connects to the what is it called? A big shaft, basically, that goes through the center of the car. And that's why some cars, a lot of cars, rear-wheel drive cars in particular, have a hump in the middle of the car. But not just that, and not just rear-wheel drive cars, but that's the thing. And it has a name, and I know the name well enough, but I just can't think of it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's just names. It's just for me to show off that I know all these things. Doesn't really, I mean, it's an adventure of fixing a car. I suppose it's on topic. So, I can open the gas trunk. Fuel tanks dry as a martini. I can't even comment about that. And the trunk works for me to put things in there, which is all that I needed. All that I want is a trunk. That's all I needed. This is all that I needed forever. Forever. That's gonna be sold because I have... Sure. Yeah. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. We finally have our car. It's working. It's sort of weird that it needs to work like this, but because I thought we could have opened a compartment. But it works, and I love it. I also have a lot of stuff that I should put over there. Yeah. Elsewhere, we're pretty good, though. Okay. Do you have ammo? Is it good on the ammo? I could put the food in there. So many things. So many. Oh, the Ushanka hat. Yeah, I just need to put one in there. Is that very heavy? That is kind of heavy. Yeah. Okay, so. Let's leave. Save the game again. That didn't do it before. I mean, the sound was okay. I heard the sound of it closing, but it wasn't... It hadn't opened. Let's start the engine and... Oh, no, but that's actually to leave. My loyal car, Gaz 20 SG1. Is that how... Is that the... number plate? Got 2 fuel tanks. It could have 2 fuel tanks. This is like proper aeronautics design. Look at all the things. It doesn't even have rivets. I mean, it does. It's a proper technique. It's a specific technique of riveting without... well, it probably doesn't. But aeroplanes can have a... There's a technique to rivet stuff like that without making the rivets visible. Which is good for drag. Although there are special aeronautics rivets for reduced drag as well. And they're super weird and they require a specific... not weapon. A specific... the rivet gun. And I wish I had a rivet gun. Because rivets are amazing. Mostly because they're cool and they can be used for literally everything. Okay, so I will take all of that. Thank you. Empty bottle. I think we might find some gasoline. I'm probably just gonna buy more. And just, you know, be okay with that. Just get some of that. Keep the rest. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna loot all the people. Because that's the other half. I said that already, I think at the beginning of the episode, that the other half was to loot everybody. It's very important. Because all the... Really, I clicked cancel? Come on. Oh, also... Oh, it's diesel fuel. It's diesel fuel, it's not diesel. It's diesel fuel. So it's gasoline. That thing works with gasoline. Alternatively, you could find some ethanol fuel and stuff like that. It probably will work well enough with the car. The carburetor might need to be regulated, though. Because otherwise, it'll start misfiring. Carburetors were a lot more finicky. I say were because modern cars don't have carburetors. I don't think any car has carburetors. I'm pretty sure they don't. Any new car, like even as a money like I don't even think it's cheaper than a fuel injector, because a fuel injector is such a simple tool, such a simple thing. So it doesn't seem like we have a limit, although I'm sure we do. But I'm gonna drive that limit. Still putting everything in there. Huh. I don't know if I'm doing this right, though. I don't know if I should use the car like I'm using it right now. Because, well, I can do the selling off camera, I suppose. We got beer. Yeah, let's start distributing this towards my companions over here. What is this? A bunch of things. Well, if we ever need scrap, we know where to get it. It's just... Scrap is mostly useful for making bullets. And making bullets is sort of useless, honestly. Because you need gunpowder. Although I do have a lot of gunpowder, so I suppose that's kind of okay. Got some tea. How about that guy? How do I get up there? Oh, I can get it from here. Yeah, I can. That's a bit surprising. Put that over there. Some money. So, some good salvage. But the car is really where it's at. I wonder how it's going to work with the fuel. Let's find out. So, a 3-barreled handgun. It's a nice one. That might be good for me, actually. I don't think I looked. 618. No, jamming chance. 10%. It sucks. It's a custom-made weapon. At least I think it is. It works like one in the jamming department. Okay, put that over there. Take those. What are these big things? Yeah, there's just a lot of scrap. There's a dead person over there. Do you see it? Oh. I think... Oh! Who's this? It's a mutant. With an RPD? What? Also with that hat? Of course that hat is plus 15 speechcraft. I mean... Right? Oh, also that's not... the ammo. Like, of course it has plus 15 speechcraft. If I had a hat like that... this hat should already give you plus 10 already. If I had a hat like that, everybody would trust me. Or at least, you know, I would be able to speechcraft my way through life. Ah, now wouldn't that be a thing? So, get all of that. I think Fidel might be about... No, Fidel is still capable of carrying all this junk. Which is not junk, mind you. It's a lot of very good things. And now... Well, I don't know if I'm gonna finish this particular quest all that soon. Because we also could go... Now that we have the car, we can just use it to store all the things. What is that? Oh, hare's fur. Sure, that might be important. I don't think it is going to be important, but you never know. Or at least I never do. But we need to go to the woes, the mountain pass of woes and whatever. The problem with going to the mountain pass of woes, I think, is that we need to pay 5,000. Because we need to go to Fogalevka. Unless I'm mistaken, which is definitely a thing that happens. And we can just find it on the map. Okay, so now we haven't seen this. Oh, more diesel fuel, come on. Thorny armor, sure. A knife. Fidel can still carry that, but I'm gonna start offloading it to oxygen over there. A lot of good things. Who knew? Well, I didn't. I wouldn't have guessed that there would be so much stuff. Like, I wouldn't have guessed there would be so many people in here. Doing it without help is ridiculous. It's like... Oh, is this the entrance? Or is this the side entrance? It's the side entrance. I don't... They did come here to murder people. My god. They didn't murder anybody else over here, though. There was also a house... Can you do that? Thank you. There was also a house with an interior area. Was that tire armor? Tire armor sucks. It's not. It doesn't sell for much. So that's what those things are for. They're just meant to be shot at. The rest of the stuff you can't shoot at. So here is, I think... Is it? Maybe. Let's just get these. And that's good, okay. So here is... Oh, there's... I didn't figure. Gasoline! Lovely, I'll take it. But I thought there was gonna be like interior... Oh, there you are. Interior areas. Oh, but we also have the end of the episode. So... I guess we'll have to wait until the next episode to see these interior areas. Well, we can see them right now, but what is in there? We'll see. For right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Atom RPG. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and leave a comment. Like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.